Well, from Nordic walking in England to bungee jumping in Aotearoa, our next guests are on an epic adventure.
Que tal se você chamasse a sua família?
50 viikon aikana 50.
Since October, health and fitness personalities Paul and Jacqui Brown, along with their 9-year-old son Ben, have been traveling around the world promoting sports and healthy lifestyles.
Well, first of all, what is behind this whole challenge? What are you doing it for?
Well, Carl, it's pretty simple. Jacqui and I have been in the health club industry all of our lives. You know, we love fitness, we love exercise, and we love sports. And over the last 30 or so years, we've seen a massive decline in activity levels in our kids. You've only got to look around and see how much time they spend playing on their computer screens, watching videos and the like. And there's a lack of balance there. Obesity has doubled in the last 10 years. It is going to double again in the next 7. And everywhere we go, we're going to visit schools and talk to kids and basically say, look, just find something, get some type of activity in your lives. We figured if we could prove to the world that we can find 50 different sports to do in 50 weeks, then surely every family out there can find at least one sport that they could do on a regular basis.
"50 sports in 50 weeks" brings us to Brooklyn. We'll go again. 50 sports in 50 weeks brings us to Brooklyn, Wisconsin. We're here with the United States Amateur Tug of War Association, and this is Tug of War Week. I tell you, that's a workout. I have a new appreciation for tug of war. Heart's pounding already. We've only done 2 pulls. We would call that an anaerobic workout where the heart rate is so high you're relying on the glycogen in your muscle to fuel you. Basically, you're pulling on adrenaline. Thank God it only goes for a couple of minutes. This is a tough sport.
Misconception about tug of war from, looking at it from a outside looking in is that, you want big, strong guys on the rope. But we go by weight classes, and you pull other teams based on the weight of the team, not the individuals. So if you have a couple of heavier guys on the team, you need some smaller guys to balance it out. Everybody has to be accountable to kind of get their weight where it's supposed to be so that the team can be as close to the weight limit as possible without going over it.
Rope should never leave your belt line, okay? That way you don't strain your upper body trying to hold the rope. Keep it right on your hips. This is your leverage. Upper body is leverage going back. Lower body is your foundation. It's where all your push is coming from. Shouldn't wear out your arms at all. Your forearms and your biceps should have no strain. They're just holding the rope in one place.
And let's face it, tug of war isn't the easiest sport to do. It's physically demanding. It'll get you in shape. So people that like video games, it's not really a forte. That's what it is. Tug of war is 90% mental, 10% physical. You have to have, the physical part is to maintain position. The mental part is to tell your body that you're okay, even when you're in a lot of pain and you're taxing yourself. So it's a game of attrition, really. And it's a mind game. Your mind says you're done, the body will shut down.
Pull!
time, my legs were just absolutely shaking, and by the time we went to do it the second time, they were still shaky. So this is a full body workout. This is incredible. I love it.
And you know, our hand grip, I'm feeling my hands from last night. Last night was our first training effort here. We tried very, very hard, and you know, you can feel it in your fingers and your hand as you're trying to grab that rope. But when you're looking at the opposition team and you know they want to get you over that line, the determination kicks in. This is a sport that digs deep. It's a mind game and a body game. Love it. Okay, we're recording on the set, so...
I used to play a lot of women's volleyball when I was younger, and one night an opponent from another team came up and said to me, "Hey, we're starting this new Tug of War team. Do you want to be on?" And I was like, "No, that sounds like torture."
And she's a little older than me. She's got kids, and she's, was telling me about Tug of War, and she suggested that I try it. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I haven't done a sport in years." And she said, "Oh, well, come on out. We're a bunch of moms. It's one night a week. We drink afterwards. It'll be great. You'll love it." It's like, wait a minute. I get to bring my kids and okay, I'm in.
One of our lovely, lovely, lovely team members worked at a daycare, and the first time that I dropped off my daughter at daycare, I met her again after years of not seeing her. She's like, "Oh, you gotta join this Tug of War thing." I was like, "Okay."
A friend of mine from high school just asked me one day while we were out on the farm, and he said, "You want to try Tug of War?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?"
So I went, and they told me about all these places they'd been, Sweden and Holland, England, all these different places. They showed pictures, and they said, "Yeah, we're trying to get this team together to go to Australia." And I said, "Well, maybe I could endure a little torture to go to Australia."
I never thought I'd be able to go overseas or be on an airplane, but I was able to because of Tug of War.
Kind of figured it would be like a kind of a bar league type of game, but I was severely mistaken. It's one of the most intense, fun aspects of like sports that I've ever tried.
I feel like it's a sport that no matter how long you do it, you can always get better. It's a continually evolving sport. It keeps changing. It's just always a challenge.
When I first started, it was the competitiveness. Like, it's something that like I can be very competitive at, and I can bring my daughter along with, which you don't find that in sports. You don't find sports that you can bring your kids, compete, and still be a mom.
Tug of War is a sport that kind of meets you wherever you're at. Like 2 years ago when I started, I was 180 plus pounds. I had not done anything in years. I was a smoker, and 2 years later, I'm down 25 pounds. I no longer smoke. Don't drink as much, but yeah, Tug of War meets you wherever you are at the moment, and you can condition into wherever you want to get.
I do, during the summertime, I do paleo for the most part, and during the wintertime, I do Wisconsin.
What is Wisconsin?
Beer and cheese and bread.
That's Germany and Austria.
Jacqui and Ben from Australia, and 2 sports in 50 weeks. So I'm going to introduce Paul and Jacqui, and we have a couple gifts. This one's for Ben. Come on over, Ben. How would you like to be a kid traveling around the world?
Do you have anything you want to say?
Okay, Paul, of course, has something to say. He's a motivational speaker, and I went to the high school with him yesterday in Oregon, and he was awesome. He had 75, 80 kids' attention for 2 hours. Mine too. I didn't even get antsy. It was awesome. It was really good, and the kids loved it. So Paul Brown.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. I'll apologise for my accent in advance. You all speak very weird, so if you can't understand a word I say, it's your damn fault. Cool. But Shelby, look, it's a cliche to say thank you to your hosts, but in this case, it's absolutely necessary. When we were researching 50 different sports that we could do around the world, our goal was very simple: to prove to the world that it doesn't matter what your tastes, what your preference, what your body type, where you live, your financial position, there is no barrier to sport. There's something that everybody can do. And when we were researching our 50 sports, I don't know who in our office suggested Tug of War, but I'm very grateful that they did. It's not something that we do a lot of on the Gold Coast. We fight over shirts at a clothing sale. I've seen women fight over bras at half price. But I've never fought over a rope before. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that my wife Jacqui had the opportunity to do so and my son Ben. But more importantly, I'm glad to have met the people here in this room tonight. You are the heartland of the United States and you are the soul of sport because you epitomise everything we stand for. You know, you've found something that gets your heart pumping. You've found something that brings you together. I see kids and grown-ups in the same place at the same time. Some joining in, some cheering on. It really doesn't matter what role you play. And when they told me we were coming to a town with a population of just over 1,000 that was instrumental in hosting the World Championships in Tug of War, I just had to know more. Now I know Shelby and I know Dick and I know the people in this community. I understand how you guys pulled that off. And so, you know, on behalf of my family and the sporting community at large, globally, I say congratulations and I say thank you. And I urge you, never ever lose this thing you have. Never lose this rare spark of enthusiasm that gets you off the couch. It is so easy to drive your sporting life with a remote control and let someone else do it. But when you get in and you do it yourself, whatever capacity you have, with whatever abilities and disabilities you have, you inspire others to get off the couch too. That's why we're doing what we're doing, to blow every excuse there could ever be out of the water and say, find your thing. You found your thing and I congratulate you on that. I want to make a small presentation. Firstly, it is absolutely necessary to give Shelby our little tiny koala, because the little tiny koala is our reminder that Australia loves you. Thank you. We also, you were very kind to give us a t-shirt to wear, but very importantly, we wish to give one back. This is your official 50 Sports in 50 Weeks t-shirt, and I'd love you to read out loud what it says off the back.
I'm off the couch.
Yeah!
So I greatly appreciate all of it. So let's have a beer and relax and kick back. Eat some more chocolate.